Hi everyone, this is Selvi. Today's interview question is related to capacity versus velocity. Whether we need to give more weightage for velocity or capacity when committing a sprint backlog. We know first both these terminologies. Velocity, we know how to calculate it, and capacity is nothing but the available bandwidth of the team to execute the sprint. So, one guideline is not to always have neck to neck commitments. Like if we have for example these many hours, always it's not advisable to commit for that many hours, right? Because anytime there is a chance that if there is something getting deviated, there are chances we may slip our commitment. I'm just telling in hours for understanding, as we have not yet talked about the estimation topic. So in general, capacity is the available bandwidth of the team. Okay, now the question here is, when as a team, when we are committing the sprint backlog on the day of the sprint planning, that is on day one of the sprint, whether we need to give more weightage to the velocity or to the capacity. So let's try to understand with one simple example. On an average, I can walk 3 miles for an hour. Okay, in my morning walk, on an average, I can walk. My velocity is 3 miles. It doesn't mean that if even though I have the capacity or the capability to walk 4 miles on a particular day, no, it is my velocity bar is like 3, so I need to stop somewhere with 3. Is that a right scenario? No, because I still can walk for 1 more mile, because that day I'm kind of like energetic and fit and can go for some more time. With for 1 hour itself I can go for 1 more mile in the same 1 hour. So if I'm putting that kind of restriction with the velocity, what I generally go for, that is not the right situation. That means we are not looking for any improvisation. We are standing with the some kind of guideline, that is a standard that we have set already as velocity. Same way in the sprint execution also, the team has bandwidth. The team feels that okay, we can still take some more work items for commitment. But as a scrum master, if we are suggesting the team, please don't pick up any more items because our velocity is only 20 story points, do not pick some more items. If we are putting that kind of restriction, then there will be no scope of improvement. We cannot see that the team can go much more or not. We cannot identify because we already set some kind of restriction, which is not a right thing, even though even though the capacity is available. So always during sprint backlog commitment, allow team to commit on the work items based on the capacity. But only one thing is, do not go for 100% committed items with respect to the capacity available. Like for example, as I mentioned, do not make neck to neck call commitments. Then what is the purpose of velocity here? Yes, there is a purpose. So when team is keep on committing the items and they are going beyond, they are saying that no, we can still go ahead, we can still even though the capacity says this much, I feel these items are very easy, we can complete this, and team feels that there is so much of excitement in committing the work items. That is the time for guidance and for giving some kind of suggestion to your team, saying that no, usually this is our velocity, I think we are committing double the velocity of the items, so please let's think through whether we have over committed. But do not stop just because they have crossed the velocity. Velocity is of course a standard, a guideline, or a recommendation, but always do not restrict with the help of the velocity. please consider capacity, that is the bandwidth available with the team. And always have a check if they are crossing too much from the velocity. Especially this is one of the things which happens in new teams, because at the very beginning team space will be slowly rising. So if we are keep on putting the restriction with the help of the velocity, then we are not looking for improvisation. So we always look for capacity as a more weightage item to help team to commit on the work items. But at the same time, if they are going too much beyond the velocity, then we need to use this as a recommendation or suggestion to help team to understand that we are overcommitting. So this is my view on velocity versus capacity on the sprint backlog commitment. Thanks everyone for listening. Happy learning and stay tuned.